The divorce process in England and Wales is quite straightforward, and although there's no such thing as a quickie divorce, there is pretty much divorce on demand. If you have grounds and if you've been married for a year, then you will get a divorce within 6 months, as long as it's not defended by your spouse. From my experience, lots of clients come and see me when they aren't maybe quite ready for divorce, and I've quite often referred them on to counselling. So do think about that first before you issue a divorce petition based upon an argument that you might have had with your spouse the night before. Divorce itself doesn't have to be acrimonious, and quite often I'll work with a client who will then talk to their spouse about the grounds of divorce and how we can make things a lot more consensual between you. Having said that, you do need to prove the grounds of your divorce, and it's not enough to say that you and your spouse simply don't get on anymore. Certainly, though, you can talk about these things, and it is very important to keep the channel of communication open between you. Lots of clients ask me whether they have to go to court to get a divorce, and the answer to that is definitely no. As long as it's undefended, you don't need to go anywhere near a court, and it's a paper exercise. Although you don't necessarily need a lawyer for your divorce, the court insists on the paperwork being completed completely accurately, and this can be very time-consuming and frustrating for a novice. So we would suggest that at the outset you do seek legal advice. The one thing I would say about divorce to all clients is that as a result of it, you will experience a reduction in the standard of your living, so do think about that before you embark upon your divorce proceedings. It is a fact that the majority of divorce petitions are brought by one party against the other on their unreasonable behaviour. But what we've found over the years at Blanchards law is that it's a question of couples growing apart and just losing common interests. And at that stage I will speak to my clients about whether we should be referring them to counselling or whether they should go to mediation or collaborative law, because divorce doesn't have to be difficult, and if we can bring an end to this marriage in a dignified way, then that's something that we will always try and do. Our experience has been over the years that actually some clients do wish to reconcile even after they've issued their proceedings, and here at Blanchards Law we're very happy to help you to withdraw the papers and remove the case from court.